What a day. I was just on my Twitter, and Colorado Springs Fire reported 635 calls for service today, all having to do with grass fires, down power lines due to trees that toppled over, to even the roof blown off one of their headquarters. Unbelievable. And their hats go off to them for getting outside and being able to respond to those emergencies. And I know it's been a tough day. The good news here is that we are behind, or now past, the worst of it. Still weather alert, though. I want to keep us weather alert through about midnight, as there remains the potential for still some gusts around 25 to 45, especially here in the Pikes Peak region. I think after midnight, it will be much less windy with improving conditions in the forecast as we make our way into Thursday morning. Tonight, this tightly wound and very intense storm system now bringing supercell thunderstorms, a line of very intense rain, and also tornadoes being produced from this cold front, now moving east into parts of Iowa. Behind it, we are seeing clearing skies, weakening winds, and a bit of a transition out to more of a northwesterly or northerly wind that will drag in some much colder temperatures to the region as we head towards tomorrow morning. Right now, still hovering in the mid-40s in the Springs. Sustained winds at 18. Gusts have been around 30 to 35 miles per hour over the past hour or so. You can see gusts on the north side of town, much weaker than what we saw between about 11 a.m. 2 p.m. I think that was the bulk of the heavier wind here. Gusts now down to 23 miles per hour. Alex mentioned an earlier gust today at 100. An all-new record for the Air Force Academy. Also, Lamar today clocking in that gust at 107 miles per hour. Unbelievable. Gusts there now down to 41. Also seeing weakening winds out across the southern Sangres. Levita Pass gusting at 23. Walsenburg gusting to around 41 miles per hour. Let's take a look at the Futurecast wind product here. I think between about now and 8 o'clock, all areas are going to continue to see a weakening trend, especially up and down the I-25 corridor. So travel restrictions, if they haven't been lifted, I think we'll likely see that here over the next couple of hours. Likely down again, less than 25 to 30 in most areas, but could be locally gusty here into the Pikes Peak region through this evening. Then heading into Thursday morning, a nice and quiet start to the day, but we will see strengthening winds out of the south as another trough of low pressure moves into the Rockies by the afternoon. So it could be gusty with those southerly winds, especially out into the southern plains, and we could see some spotty critical fire weather conditions develop as a result. Let's look ahead, though. Overall trend shows a weak system moving through the northern Rockies. Again, that brings in some blustery conditions on Thursday. That one isn't going to bring any moisture to areas east of the mountains. Friday, maybe some more mountain snow showers, especially north of I-70. For us, it does get a bit gusty as a cold front moves into the area during the day on Friday. Behind that, we get some chillier temperatures that settle in, so it'll be a dry but cool start to your weekend, with temperatures expected to moderate some as we head towards Sunday. All right, so your overnight lows tonight with weakening wind and some much quieter conditions expected, dropping down to the teens and 20s. So it's going to be a chilly night here in southern Colorado. Highs tomorrow get a little more mild than what we saw today thanks to those southerly breezes. Southeast plains warming into the 50s for the Springs, topping out around 48. Let's do a breakout of that breezy Thursday forecast. Again, gusts much less notable than what we saw today. Generally around 20 to 25 through the late morning to maybe early evening hours. Cold front Friday drops us down to 43. We'll see temperatures in the low 40s on Saturday, back up to the low 50s by Sunday. For Pueblo, quiet weather pattern ahead, just some breezy to gusty conditions Thursday to Friday. Weekend looks pretty nice, especially by Sunday with a high of 55. Canyon City, we are dry for the remainder of fall. Breezy to gusty to wrap up the work week as winter solstice begins next Tuesday. No snow in the forecast, instead mild upper 50s across Fremont County. For Woodland Park, we have dry skies here with a high of 40 on Thursday. Gusty and a bit cooler on Friday with weakening winds expected throughout